welcome back to I Can't Eat Shit podcast. I'm your host, actress, comedian Shondalia White. And yeah, people, I can't eat shit, and you know that shit is annoying. Am I a doctor? Of course I'm not. I'm just a woman when you take her out to eat, she can't eat anything on the menu 90% of the time. So if you're like me, you can't eat shit, this podcast is for you. If you're getting a little bit older and your gut is telling you, yeah, you can't eat shit either, this podcast is for you too. And if you're interested in me and my health and wellness journey and want to be a little bit nosy and supportive, I love it. Come on in. This podcast is for you too, so stay tuned. I started I Can't Eat Shit podcast because I was secretly ill for many years, and now I'm healed and I'm ready to talk about it. This episode is the season 1 finale, and we're going to talk about season 2. So let's get into it. I cannot believe that season 1 of I Can't Eat Shit podcast has come to an end. I've enjoyed myself just sharing my health and wellness journey with you all, explaining how I went from point A to point B and all the things I've learned in between. I really have enjoyed all of this time with you all. As you know, I started I Can't Eat Shit podcast because I really was ill for a long time, about 8 to 10 years. And I just recently, about a year ago, healed my gut, and I just had to share it with you all because I couldn't find some of this information online. It wasn't readily available, so I could kind of be like, I've been dealing with that. Maybe I should look into this, or maybe I should try this, or just some sort of resource to help me. So I wanted to share it with you all, and I really hope that you found the information I shared about my own personal journey helpful, and maybe you were able to share it with people that you know that are struggling. And if you have not done that, please share it with people that are struggling, and you may not even know they're struggling, but if it's somebody that maybe you see them not eating when you go out, if you know people that stay home a lot because, they're tired or something like that, besides depression, they might be dealing with some sort of ailment with their gut or some autoimmune deficiency or issue or something along those lines. There's some sort of concern, and maybe they don't want to eat when they go out. They don't want to go to a lot of personal gatherings because it makes their immune system go down. They don't want to do all these different things. There's different reasons. Please share the information with people just to help them out, especially in the communities of Black people and people of color. I really know that people don't necessarily, we're just starting to take good health even seriously as far as like getting more information. So all of us can benefit from this, especially with so many things not being regulated, and we're in one of those times right now. So again, I hope this information has been helpful, and it's been such a joy to share my health and wellness journey with you all. I have been tirelessly working on season 2, and I am so excited to bring you all the fire. I have a co-producer, and we have been coming up with so many different ways that we can upgrade this podcast so that I'm not doing it solo anymore. With that said, you can expect new guests on every main episode. Any of the full episodes, there will be a guest, and these guests will be friends and experts and just people that have gone through different ailments, and they're telling their stories and how they got through these things, and also just a good time about health and wellness. It won't necessarily be topics on what we covered in season 1, because we've done it and you can go back to those videos, but we may refer back to some of those things, and then we'll get into some new things to help you out from some different perspectives. But I'm really excited about it. There'll be some games. There'll be the cooking segments will be a little bit more in depth and a little bit different than what you're used to. We're going to jazz it up a little bit. And I don't want to give too much away, but just know, tune in to season 2 because it's going to be off the hook. If there is anything that you didn't hear in season 1 that you would love to hear about in season 2, or if there's just some things that still are giving you confusion, please let me know in the comments so that I can take it into consideration. And if I'm not already going to cover it, I will definitely consider figuring out a way to cover it. If it's in our full episode, if it's in our quick tip episodes, or if it's during my cooking segment. Again, I started I Can't Eat Shit podcast to show people that you can still eat things that are delicious, even if you have restrictions. I started to help people that are on very limited diets and trying to figure out what's wrong with their gut and just needing some sort of hope and community. And I really took a risk here because I'm an actress and a comedian, and this is completely different from what I usually talk about, but I love health and wellness so much, and I have gone through the ringer, honey. And any way that I can share and help out others that have gone through this or are going through something like this or will go through something like this, I hope that you're able to come back to my podcast, you're able to share it, and it can help you in any way going forward. This segment is called There's Another Way to Do That, where I teach you how to modify recipes based on my restrictions. It's still the holiday season, y'all, and I've been looking for a snack that's not too sweet so it doesn't tip my insulin over to the end of time. So I decided to make some roasted cream cheese stuffed dates. Oh my goodness, they are so delicious, and it's very, very easy to make. I wanted something quick and easy because sometimes you want like a snack, but you also want a dessert, and you don't feel like just putting too much effort into it. And that's how I've been feeling. And I didn't want anything that's like crazy sweet, so it's nice and it balances everything. Check it out for yourself. Let me know if you like it, and you may have a new snack. This has been season 1 of I Can't Eat Shit podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening all year. I really appreciate you all so much. If you like what you saw and or heard today, go ahead and like, share, subscribe any episode of I Can't Eat Shit podcast on YouTube or wherever you stream your podcast. If you're watching, remember there's bonus material. There's another way to do that. My cooking segment where I teach you how to modify recipes based on my restrictions. They're oh so good, so make sure you check them out. And you can also check me out on Instagram at I Can't Eat Shit podcast or at Shondalia White. I hope this journey has been so helpful, hopeful, and insightful for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. I Can't Eat Shit! I Can't Eat Shit podcast is not a replacement for a medical professional. If you need help, seek out a trained medical professional, nutritionist, or therapist to help you with your specific needs.